Primary sources. Historical information, generals list from World Statesman, Ruler, B. Esquimel, and World Rulers, E. Schools Illustrated. List of bishops Wikipedias, list of the archbishops and bishops of Manila, Cebu, and Nueva Cáceres. Consulates of the United States in the Philippines listed by political 1521 to 1998, Spanish rule 1565 to 1821, Ferdinand Magellan, a Portuguese sea captain who sailed for Spain, was the first European explorer to reach the island in 1521. The Philippines were meant to belong to Portuguese under the boundaries set by the Treaty of Zaragoza in 1525. But Spain was given the islands rather because they were named after Spanish Crown Prince Philip, who would later become King Philip II of Spain. The islands were taken over by a Spanish force between 1565 and 1571, when they were given the name Spanish East Indies and became a dependency of the Viceroyalty of New Spain, Mexico, with the Ladrones, Carolinas, Palau Islands, and temporarily the Moluccas and the Spanish settlement on Taiwan as dependencies. The Philippine General's Captaincy, the Royal Audiencia of the Philippines, was founded in 1584. Mexico served as the conduit for communication with Spain, which was extremely slow. 1821 to 1863, the Philippines were administered as a part of the New Spain Viceroyalty until 1821, when Mexico claimed its sovereignty. The Philippines were still controlled by Spain, but now from Madrid. The Philippines had originally been a remote colony of Mexico, and its main economic purpose had been to facilitate the trade among Spain and Mexico with relation to China. Manila was a major point of entry for Spanish ships going to Canton, China. Spain now had to determine how to pay for the expenses involved with creating a new, more comprehensive governance for the Philippines. Spain stopped implementing the program of prohibiting foreign ships from accessing Filipino ports and allowed foreign trade through the establishment of the ports. Zamboanga 1831, Manila 1834, Iloilo 1855, and Cebu 1863. This action was taken in response to the extensive unlawful trade with foreign traders and the weak legal Spanish trade. Foreigners were not allowed to enter the interior in 1844. 1863 to 1898. The year 1863 is important in Filipino history for many reasons than just the downfall of Manila Cathedral caused by the 1863 earthquake. The adoption of an education reforms resulted to the modernizing of the program and the introduction of the system of higher education to Filipinos. King Leopold I plans Belgium's attempt to purchase the Philippines since 1869 to 1875 were short, when Queen Isabel II was overthrown by liberal rebels. General Carlos Maria de la Torre, a liberal governor, was appointed to lead Spain. Pertaining the Philippines, he created the freedom of speech and association and eliminated restrictions. Rafael de Izquierdo, a fundamentalist, seized power for the de la Torre's successors and overturned all of his liberal accomplishments on the islands of Cavite. A conflict began in 1872. The Sultanate of Sulu was integrated in 1876.
So according to an article of Oxford Biographies that published on June 30, 2014, The capture of Manila by Miguel Lopez D in 1571 marked the beginning of 327-year period of Castilian authority in the Philippine Island. But his action also had anticipated historical consequences that set the project apart from every other colony in the Spanish Empire. Since then, traditional scholarship on the Philippines has tended to be Iberian-centered characterization that flow unidirectionally from Madrid, Cadiz to Mexico City, Acapulco to Manila, and present nationally biased and commodity-centered assessment. These studies are written by academics in Spain and Mexico. Scholars from the United States in a variety of fields started producing their own interpretation of the colonial area that came before the 50-year period of American colonization in the early 20th century. Since the 1920s, Filipino social scientists have entered the debate, but their engagement has developed quickly since the counter-independence in 1946. They bring an essential indigenous perspective that was lacking from earlier scholarship. Despite this lengthy corpus of writing, the academic research on the period of Spanish colonization is, generally speaking, limited by highlighting the cultural exchange that methodically connect the greater Manila region, China and New Spain/Mexico, and by highlighting contemporary research pattern while regular views classic works from earlier periods. This documentation strives to frame the 1571 to 1898 era on a more expansively comparative canvas. That's all. Thank you.